Welcome to the WHHI-TV Daily News. I'm Betsy McDaniel, in for Robin Zimmerman today. But of course, there's still a lot to talk about in the Lowcountry, so let's get started with our headlines. Beaufort County Sheriff P.J. Tanner will once again explain his request to join the federal immigration program known as 287G to a south of the Broad audience next Tuesday at the Bluffton Library at 5:30 p.m. Organizers should expect standing room only, as a similar community meeting in Beaufort last week drew an overflow crowd. That meeting was his first public explanation of what the program will look like, saying it will only directly involve one deputy, but the program will give the department access to the Federal Immigration Information Database. The upcoming Q&A is sponsored by the Beaufort County Council members south of the Broad. An 8-foot-long dolphin named Lucky is indeed lucky today after she was saved by firefighters and marine experts over the weekend after somehow finding her way from her native May River into a lagoon in the Hampton Lake community. Experts believe Lucky got into the lagoon through a culvert connected to the May River during heavy rainstorms on Thursday and then became trapped when the waters receded. The rescue team of Bluffton firefighters, experts from the Lowcountry Marine Mammal Network, and residents of Hampton Lake used a marine rescue tarp to carry the 500-pound dolphin back to the river for release. The rescue was a first for Bluffton's firefighters and the Marine Mammal Network, and we will have more on this a little bit later in the broadcast. The 2026 South Carolina governor's race has another entrant, the one already closest to the governor's chair. Lieutenant Governor Pamela Yvette launched her bid this week in her adopted hometown of Greenville, with Governor McMaster in the audience. She touted her conservative credentials and emphasized that she had a role as a true partner to McMaster and was not just a ceremonial officer. Yvette had not served in public office before becoming lieutenant governor, but she had co-founded Quality Business Solutions, an accounting firm based in the upstate. She pledges to reform state bureaucracy by eliminating 10 regulations for every new one created. State Attorney General Alan Wilson and State Senator Josh Kimbrell are already in the race, and Congresswoman Nancy Mace could join them this fall. They would all seek the endorsement of President Trump. 40-year-old Mark Kekala of Savannah has been sentenced to 12 years in prison for attacking and briefly holding hostage a nurse at Coastal Carolina Medical Center a little over 2 years ago. Prosecutors said Kekala was a patient in the hospital ER when he grabbed a pair of scissors and attacked the nurse who was treating him, dragging her toward an exit. Kekala eventually pleaded guilty to felony charges of kidnapping and first-degree assault. He still faces charges for causing damage to the internal sprinkler system in his Jasper County jail cell after his arrest. And the start of school is just about a month away, and the State Department of Education is busy working on a new piece of school curriculum that will be introduced to students returning this fall. The new Palmetto Pioneers series will teach our kids the stories of those that helped shape our state. The program leads into the country's 250th anniversary of independence. An example of one of the stories that will be shared is that of Dr. Mary McLeod Buthain, an educator and civil rights leader from Maysville, who had a huge impact on the state's education system. The media sources on your screen will have more on these and other stories, and we would love for you to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram at WHHI-TV. And if you have an idea for a news story, we'd love to hear it, so drop us a line at news@WHHITV.com. And after a quick break, we're going to learn more about that dolphin rescue, so don't go away.